Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is John Wilson, Doc Franchise, and I've begun a series of video spots like this one about the do's, things to do when you're investigating a franchise. In the very first video, I talked about make sure you get the good base information firsthand from the franchise company or from a franchise consultant. The second one was talk to present day owners of the franchise to get their sense of the business, what's going on in the business, how their relationship is going with the franchise company. Excuse me. The third point I want to make to you is this, is consult a professional and seasoned franchise advisor or advisors as opposed to just anyone who's willing to provide you with an opinion. You know, one of the worst things that happens to franchise consultants and franchise companies is the guy that comes to them thinks that they're interested in the franchise, but they've got an Uncle Harry or a Cousin Joe or a Sister Sally, all who seem to be experts about that franchise. And they give them all of this negative discussion about the franchise or about that industry. Well, no offense, if they're not looking and you are, there's a reason for it. They think it's their job to point out the negatives, and bless their heart, they're not helpful. So what I'm talking to you about today is if you're looking at a franchise, talk to some people that are in the know about small business. I would include a small business CPA amongst your advisors. I would actually include as I mentioned earlier, a franchise consultant, a small business CPA. If you're going to use a lawyer, if you want to get an attorney to look at franchise documents with you or for you, please, please, please make sure it's a franchise attorney and not just a buddy who's an attorney or a small business attorney. If you do the second thing, if you get somebody that says, oh yeah, I can do it for you, all you're going to be doing is paying for them to understand franchising at your expense. And quite honestly, a franchise attorney and a small business attorney or a business attorney or a corporate attorney or a general practicing attorney are Mars and Venus. Franchise law is very specific, takes certain certifications. It is something that is a lifelong study. So don't just get some small business attorney. It's just going to cost you a bunch of money. And quite honestly, when you then reapproach the franchise company after having talked with this schmaltz who just, you may have spent $2,500, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 on, you're going to look like an idiot to the franchise company. So do yourself a favor. Your advisors need to be, I would suggest, number one, I'd take a successful franchisee in that area. If you know somebody that's really done a good job at it, I would take a small business CPA, a franchise consultant, and if you use an attorney, and by the way, most people don't use a franchise attorney because franchising is so regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. You can't change a franchise contract at 10%. If a franchise company changes it for you, then they have to retro change it for everybody else in their system. And do you think they're really going to do that? No, they're not. They can't. You know, and so, but those are the people that I would recommend that you look at. And if you want to call me or you want to talk to me, go to my blog spot, my blog at docfranchise.blogspot.com. I'm happy to help you. Call me, ask me anything about franchising. If you're looking into franchising, I'm happy to help you find one that might be the right one for you. My name is John Wilson. I'm Doc Franchise. I look forward to our next session. Take care.